Hey, all, Cohen here. So I wanted to do a semi-quick video about what went on while I was in Austin, Texas. So I got there on Wednesday, the 26th of April, and we got to our Airbnb, and then um, the next day was Thursday, so we just bummed around because I had already had my consult over the phone on the Tuesday. And then I think we probably walked at least I think it was somewhere around 7 miles maybe, which I don't normally walk, but we walked from where we were located in South Lamar all the way um, straight up towards downtown, and we crossed over the river, and then we went right towards Congress Street, and we walked to Congress Street, and then we walked down Congress Street, got a bite to eat, hung out there for a bit, and then walked maybe like a third of the way back to where we were staying, and then got an Uber because I was getting super tired. And then we just hung out the rest of the night. And the next day I had my surgery. So my surgery was at 9 a.m. So I got to Arise Medical Center at 7. I checked in, which literally took less than 15 minutes from checking in and sitting in the waiting room until they took me back. And then my dad left. So they took me back. They got me all ready. It was really quick. I believe I had a nap while I was waiting, so I don't even know. I'm assuming I went in at 9 o'clock, but I woke up when they were taking me in, and they put me under, and then I woke up, and I guess I had woken up. Sorry, I had a hair in my mouth. I had woken up after my surgery, and there was a nurse, and there's Parker there who works with the Crane Center. And at my post-op, I ended up finding out that apparently I kept trying to get out of bed and walking around and stuff, and they were both like, no, 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 like, you need to go back in bed, like, you just woke up, you just got out of surgery, like, you need to go lay down and stuff. And so they were like corralling me back to my bed, and I guess I had told Parker, like, I haven't seen you, and he's like, I was just in here like a couple minutes ago. And I guess I was like, I know, but I haven't seen you. And he's like, I'm standing right in front of you. So I guess I did have some comical moments, which I haven't heard of any until up until now. So I hope I gave him a good laugh. It sounds like I did. And then since I was awake, they called my dad to come pick me up. And then they came to come tell me that he was gonna come get ready to come get me, and I'd fallen asleep. So they called him back, and I think I stayed for like an extra almost like hour to 2 hours because I just was like out of it. So they said just let him sleep and you can come pick him up later. So that's what happened. Um, I got picked up. We went back to our rental. Our rental was 10 minutes from the airport, 10 minutes from Arise, and 10 minutes from Crane's office, and about just under 10 minutes from Radio, which is where I like to go get coffee. I'm going to apologize because my animals are having a moment in the background. I thought because my wife is at work and my son is gone for the evening that it would be a good idea to make a video. Clearly it wasn't because now my animals want to act up. So yeah, went back, just relaxed, didn't really do much. The next day, just relaxed, didn't really do anything. I think I slept a good amount of the day. I don't exactly remember like day to day exactly what happens. I know that on what day was it? I want to say Sunday or Monday. I ended up going and meeting my friend Charlie. We've been talking online for a while and following each other's videos, and he was there for a surgery as well. And so I got to meet him and hang out with him for a bit. And then I know on Tuesday I had my post-op, and that was good. Um, Everything went well. They took a graft from my hip, which is right about here. So there's a graft that was taken there. And they took a graft from my leg, which I have wrapped right now, but it's literally um, my donor area is like right here. So they took it from just the top here, and what they did was they made incisions at the side of where my graft that was originally put in that didn't disappear was. So they made 2 incisions, and then they put grafts in both sides. So I have 2 grafts, and um, when they took all the gauze and everything off, and I saw that, it was quite shocking, to say the least. But I have had this would be my 3rd graft surgery, so it was kind of to be expected because he said they were going to go larger in hopes that I have less shrinkage. So he actually said that the grafts that I got are the largest he's ever done. So yeah, they should heal well. I do heal very quickly. I do tend to scar, but he doesn't think that should be a worry. And he also told me that at 4 weeks post-op, I should massage where the grafts are gently, and he showed me how I should do that, how much pressure to apply and things like that. So at 4 weeks post-op, I'll be doing that. Currently, I am about 1.5 weeks post-op. Friday will be my 2 weeks post-op from my phalloplasty, which was it's the Johansson stage, which is where they're doing work on your urethra and they use grafts. Originally, I had said that they were going to take from inside my mouth, but after talking about it, Dr. Crane decided it'd be better to take from my hip and above my graft, which was fine with me because I've had hip grafts before, and I've had the leg graft obviously before. So I wasn't too worried about that, and I thought, you know what, I don't want anything kind of going on with my mouth. I'm already a clencher, and I end up biting my mouth sometimes when I'm asleep, so I was just like, I'd rather not have to deal with that on top of already doing these things. Sorry, my dog's barking at a neighbor. So my post-op went really well, and I dropped off some buttons and some little things for everyone in the office. I also got to meet Judah finally. I've been talking to Judah since probably before 2018, and so it was really awesome to finally meet him. The only unfortunate thing was that there was a meetup on the Saturday, and my flight out was the Friday after my surgery, so I missed out on that. And hopefully when I go back in October, I'll be able to catch something, some kind of meetup or some kind of informational session. But I got pictures with Judah, and I got pictures with Judah and Parker, because Parker was there as well that day, so that was awesome. Let's think. Oh, the nurse that I had in the hospital for my surgery last time was the same nurse that I had this time, so that was really cool. And then I'm not sure, the nurse that works with Dr. Crane that comes in during your post-op and stuff, she was who I had last time, and I had mentioned that, and when I came, she had only been there for about a month, so now she's been there for about 7 months, and I got to see her again as well, so that was really nice. Again, I said I have my days mixed up. I do know that there was a day, I don't know if it was, I think it might have been after my post-op, that I pretty much probably slept all day. I think, I believe it was, I know I saw Charlie again, and I know that I saw him on the Thursday, and I met his buddy Ryan as well, and we hung out at Charlie's, and we went for a walk down at Lady Bird Lake, which was really cool. The only thing I found was that I did overdo myself. I was hanging out with people that had different surgeries than I did, and their grafts did not come from their legs, or their hip. They came from in their mouth, and I've had the hip surgery, like the hip grafts before, and that wasn't too bad when I was walking and stuff, but I completely forgot how much irritation and pain you can get from having something taken out of your leg, and especially since it was taken from my donor leg. It's quite tender, it's quite sore. Um, on my way home on the plane, I wore my blood pressure. They're the ankle cuffs that I was given during my last surgery, and I wore those on the plane, which helped out a lot, a lot, a lot. And we ended up with a few mishaps at our Airbnb rental. So I had to wash my clothes in the sink because, and I didn't wash anything heavy. Like I washed my underwear and a couple tank tops, and but I had to do that because our washing machine, while it worked, we couldn't figure out why the door wouldn't open. And go lay down, Ellie. Lay down. Sorry, my dog's moving this and I can't get her to go. Just sit. Go, go, go. So we ended up calling the people that own the place, and they said they were gonna send somebody over. And then they didn't send somebody over until like Thursday, which was the day before we left, and they told us that whoever was using the rental before ripped the handle off, so there's supposed to be another handle inside with a click pull, and that wasn't on there, so that was why we couldn't get in. And then when I was drying my clothes that I had washed in the sink, the dryer took like over an hour to dry maybe like 2 tank tops and 4 pairs of underwear. So wasn't too impressed with that because we got the place that we got specifically because it had a washer and dryer in it. So that sucked because I need clean clothes, I need clean towels. Luckily, they had enough towels that I was able to take all the showers that I needed to appropriately. I know I'm missing out on some stuff, so I will fill in the blanks as I remember things. I'm just making a video of what I'm remembering right now. The shower had 3 different types of shower heads, and it was like a long pole, and there was one part where they had 3 circular ones, and they shot out at you in like a thicker stream. And then there was one of those ones that's detachable with the hose, and it has like a head about that big, and you can change the settings on that. And then they had one of those showers that's like almost like a rain type thing. It's like that big around, and it hangs really high, and it just like comes all down on you or whatever. And like I get it, but the bathroom wasn't that nice to have that many types of shower heads. I appreciate having a shower head that was detachable and ones that I could move so that I didn't get too much water on me while I was showering. But yeah, that was really weird. And then also they needed to fix a gasket in the faucet because when you showered, half of the water was coming out of the faucet and half of the water was coming out of the shower head. So that was quite a waste of water. Not like necessarily our problem, but to me it just was not, it was a waste of water, and at the same time quite irritating to have like water flowing and filling up by your feet like you're gonna have a bath, and then also water showering down on you. It was weird. And then also on the Wednesday, I believe it was, I was doing some dishes. There's a double sink, and I washed a pair of my shorts and wrung them out, and I just like put them off to the side, and I was going to drain the sink, and this is a double sink, so you should be able to fill up both of those sinks without anything happening. Those sinks should be able to overflow, and nothing should happen. Well, there was like this much water in the sink. As I'm draining the sink, doesn't the whole sink fall inside the countertop because it's one that's placed underneath, which is completely fine. It was placed under the countertop. You can either have the over or the under. Not a big deal. The big deal is that it was put on with like tacks of stuff, and the stuff that they used wasn't proper sealant to be able to adhere a sink to a countertop. So it was a very shoddy job that was done, and also it was starting to rot. So we had taken pictures of that as well. So um, it also had a garbage disposal, which when the sink fell down, luckily the garbage disposal is small, but it also popped a pipe off, so I had to like clean that up and then put the pipe back in. And then so we also had a dishwasher, which was another feature that we had that was cool, and not necessarily why we got it, but it was there, so it was nice to have. But then again, if those pipes are connected and we tried to use the dishwasher and it tried to drain, it could totally make those pipes just like bust because they were already sitting weird because the sink fell. So it would have been another huge thing. Overall, it was a nice place. I slept well. It was decent enough, but like those things happened, and it was just so frustrating because um, nobody wants to pay to stay somewhere and know that they are supposed to have certain things and none of those things work. So like we made do, but towards the end of the week it was just one of those things where it was like, yeah, ready to go home. So on Friday we ended up leaving, and we got home at around our plane landed at like sometime after 5 our time here in Ontario, Canada, and we had left at our flight left just after 1, I think, in uh, Austin, Texas time. So it was like a 3 hour flight. I always end up getting a wheelchair after my surgeries because walking through airports after surgery is terrible, and I find the travel is the worst on me. Usually, when I come home, I end up with some sort of issue. This time, when I came home, my leg that I got the graft out of started having fluid buildup, which I've sent pictures and everything. Everything's fine. It's just unfortunately it has a buildup of fluid. However, I have been draining it and cleaning it and doing everything that they've told me to do, wrapping it up, and it seems to be, fingers crossed, it seems to be chilling out and getting to the point where it's all good. My other incision is healing pretty well. There's like a few little spots. I said that I overdid it by walking too much. Just because I was feeling good and I was with my dad and I was with other people that didn't have grafts from on their body, they were in their mouths. So while I was feeling good after surgery, I wasn't thinking that I should slow my roll. So I pretty much, I think I stretched my one incision, and that's what caused the fluid buildup. And the other one just got a little bit irritated, but it did last time too, and that's just from where my pants sit on it. This time I did not have to have a catheter at all, which was great. Um, I'm trying to think what else. Oh, I went to uh, a store and I got me and my son matching cowboy boots. If you follow my personal account, I posted a picture, but they're really cool. They're like uh, brown tannish color on the toe, and then the heel and stuff, and then as it goes up it turns into like almost like this burnt red color. And the ones that I got for my son have zippers, so it's easier for him to get on because he's only like 4.5. But yeah, so that was really cool. I got them, both pairs were $119 US for like both of them, the final bill. So I thought that was a really good price because I was looking at other stores online and it just wasn't, they were super expensive. I wouldn't have been able to afford that at all. So it was really cool that I was actually able to find that out. Um, I will talk with my friend Charlie and see when we hung out and stuff specifically, because my days have been a blur. Today is Tuesday. Last 2 days I've been thinking it's Friday. Can't be Friday twice in a row, but for some reason I think it's Friday. Getting back into the swing of things after travel is just crazy. I feel so out of it, and to be honest, I haven't really taken any of my pain meds in, like, I took one today just because of having to squeeze and have pressure on the one incision. It does hurt, but I'm not like out of it. It's just been, things are very foggy right now while I'm healing. So, yeah, I'll check in with Charlie and see what we did. I know that both of us combined can figure out what we did. I know he was there for quite a while, so he might not remember everything that we did or when exactly we hung out, but yeah. I currently have a date set for my next surgery, which is October 20th of 2023, as long as there is nothing in the way. As far as my dad's schedule goes, that is going to be my surgery date. And it's really funny because Charlie had already had his date booked for a little while now, I guess, and his date is October 20th. And when I was asked about booking my next surgery, I said, let me know a date and I'll tell you if it works out. And the date they sent me was October 20th. So I said yes to it, and if there were any issues, I would let them know right away. But it looks like Charlie and I are going to have surgery on the exact same day. So we're going to be back in Austin, Texas together, which I'm pretty pumped about. My next stage, hopefully, cross your fingers for me. Please, 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 like, cross your fingers that this will be my last surgery, that I will be able to go in and my urethra will be closed up and I'll get my testicular implants and I'll be able to stand to pee. And the journey of my phalloplasty, hopefully, knock on wood, knock on wood, knock on wood, will be complete. I'm not looking to get the erectile device, which I've talked about many times. Almost every video of phalloplasty related content I've talked about and it's just that the 50-50 ratio of it working and not working, as far as needing to get it repaired right away, or if it takes to your body or not, that's not at a good enough ratio for me. So I'm not doing that, and I think that my body also deserves a break. So at the end of the day, I am hoping that the rest of my recovery goes well, and in October, on the 20th, we're going in for what should be my final stage of phalloplasty. So keep your fingers crossed for me, keep your toes crossed. I don't know, just please send good vibes for my recovery this round, and that I'll be able to go through just one more stage and then I'll finally be complete. This stage was very rough for me. I did have like thoughts of like, I just want to be normal. Like, why can I not? Like, and I don't like saying normal at all, because what is normal? There is no normal. But just, why couldn't I have just been born this way? Why couldn't I have just been born the way that I was supposed to be born? And I don't regret anything that I've gone through to get here. It's just been so difficult, and at times, especially post-op from major surgeries, you just feel like it's so much, and you just wish that it could have been so much easier. But after each stage, I have felt better about it, and I and I'm getting closer and closer to it. So, you know, you got to go through things. I don't, I feel like, I know people say the world's not fair, things aren't fair, life's not fair, but sometimes I think things should be a little more fair. And for us trans folks who go through surgeries or go through taking hormones or even not, there are so many different paths and so many different challenges that make things difficult, and it's not wrong to feel that way. It's not wrong to think those things. I think if you didn't think those things, it might be a little weird. That, not weird, but just like, I think at some point everybody wishes that something in their life could just be easy, and or just have been the way that they were supposed to. And yeah, not everything works out that way, and clearly a lot of us know about that. And we're doing our best to be able to be our complete and true selves, and I think at the end of the day, that's what counts, and doing what you need to do for yourself is what counts the most. So I'm going to leave this here, and I'll probably do another video. Sorry I was so late on it. Sorry this is so random, but I wanted to get some stuff out there to y'all, and I will talk to you next video. Take care. Peace.